Oddworld Inhabitants presents an Alive 2 experience. Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey. Hey everybody, Bandicoot Commando here, and welcome to my brand new Let's Play of Munch's Odyssey. Munch's Odyssey was originally, at this point, 20 years ago, it was the next game in the Oddworld series directly after Abe's Exodus. The game was briefly delayed due to, mostly due to a lot of things. Technical reasons and other executive reasons as well. So, with that, it hasn't been 20 years for it yet as I look on... damn Discord ruining my fun. Discord! Shut up, guys, what are you talking about at a time like this? Okay. Anyway, so... yeah, I'm doing Munch's Odyssey here. Third game, it was originally just the chapter of the Oddworld quintology, and I'm gonna sneeze. Oh. Oh, excuse me, jeez. Alright, that's better. So, Munch's Odyssey, well actually before I get to that part, let me just talk about the game. So, let me take a quick look at the options. That looks right. That seems right as well. I should point out, so when I was going to record this, after I got done with Pac-Man World 3, that HDMI adapter that I used to record for it, it could not work on my PS3. It always left a green tinge on the screen, and I'm like, how do I get rid of this? And so what I did was that I looked up a video, and I found a guide who had an HDMI splitter, or, just an HD splitter, and it works wonderfully, because what you're looking at should be in full 1080p. That is just wonderful. So, but I'm like, damn it, I gotta wait another week just to record. So anyway, as always, we have the game speak. Yes, even though it's called Munch's Odyssey, Abe is in it still, obviously.
How you doing? You better stay here. You help me out here? Oh, you.
It's not an Oddworld game without Abe's farts.
Jump 'em.
Okay, and of course we have Munch, the hero.
Hero? You better stay here. Get 'em.
Everybody. Nice. Okay, so, now that we got all that done, before we get started, let me just say one thing. And that one thing being is where you can get this game on. Where is it? So, as I said, the game was originally on the Xbox. The Xbox, the original Xbox, or just, simply Xbox. After that, there is a Game Boy Advance version, but would not even want to talk about it. Then a Microsoft Windows version came out almost 9 years, Yeah, 9 years later. This is the HD version, which is part of, I believe, the Windows version. It's the HD version was basically redone. All the models were upscaled and all that sort of thing. It's on PS3 and I believe 360. The Vita version. There's a Vita version. There's an iOS and Android version. There's one for the OS X, and then lastly, the Nintendo Switch version, which is, I believe, either standalone. Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, I'm looking at this just to make sure we're looking at this right. The Mac OS, the iOS, the TV OS, Android. It's the Steam version for Windows. It will clear up any bugs the original had, and yeah, the Switch version as well. The Switch version, I think, is either standalone or it is actually the it is part of what they call the Odd Box collection, and it is basically a compilation of Munch's Oddysee, or not just Munch's Oddysee, but Oddworld, Abe's Oddysee, New and Tasty, Munch's Oddysee, and Stranger's Wrath, which also got re-released on PC alongside HD, alongside Munch. But I've done enough talking. Let's get going. Oh yeah. Is it gonna narrate? Because if it's gonna narrate, I'm gonna have to be quiet. Oh man, this brings back memories from when I first did this back on the channel. How long is this? Is this really just gonna play the whole games?
This is Rupture Farms. They say it's the biggest meat processing plant on Oddworld. I used to work here. Well, I was really a slave, like all the others.
Part of me just wants to skip this, because if any of you have seen my Let's Play of both Abe's Oddysee and Abe's Exodus, this backstory thing is just to give those who've never played the game a general idea of, like, the story to Oddworld. So, let's just get to it.
One time, there were lots of us. But that was all before there was any webs.
The webs.
Now, I can't find anybody. My name is Munch, and I've been singing for 'em ever since. But nobody sings back. Until last night.
There's hope.
My loneliness was over. I found somebody.
But is it really?
Then it happened. It wasn't a gabbard. It wasn't a gabbard at all. Who could do such a thing? Well, I was about to find out.
We've hardly started and it's already not looking good for our hero. Paramites are running. You know... Oh, rats? You know it's bad if paramites are running away from whatever is looming around.
Well, then what happened?
They took him away to Viker's labs.
Oh, Viker's labs? Poor little schmuck.
So you see, Stitch Lips, if you want to find your brothers, you've got to rescue Munch from Viker's labs.
Yeah, but how?
I don't know. You got me.
Find the big well, and then...
Yeah, great. Let's go, guys. We're out of here.
Oh, I could never get what I need. This is too much stress and pressure.
It's okay, Abe. I respect you at least. The Raisins Cave, or just simply Raisins Cave. Okay. Do not disturb the almighty Raisin. That was who was speaking to Abe and his fellow Mudokons. One of the big differences you will notice immediately between the previous games is that Munch's Oddysee is completely 3D. You can still sneak around. So, yeah, it can be a little weird to get used to. Not just for the whole, like, this is in 3D, but just the fact that it has a different format. The almighty Raisin speaks. If Abe is ever to find Munch, he must find his Mudokon friends and bring them to the big well. To use story stones and other objects, stand on the arrows and press the square button. Or if you're playing the Xbox version or whatever other version, the equivalent. Spruce shrubs. Spruce shrubs are the source of Abe's mystic mojo. To collect a spruce shrub, run over it. To check Abe's spruce, press the circle button and note the green number. Birds represent health. So, yeah. Just keep tapping circle if you need to get a constant reminder. The birds, like I said, it represents Abe's health. That little squiggly yellow line is something else that the game will teach you about.
Hey, Ed, the almighty Raisin has sent me to help you. So listen up. If you're ever to find that one-legged Munch, you've got to learn how to get around. Starting with this cave right here, right now. See ya.
Okay, the shaman circle. To hear the shaman's message again, stand in the outer ring circle of the rocks and press square. So that's why I was rotating the camera on him so you could hear him better, because it's only his audio is really relative with the camera, so let's hear that again just in case.
Hey, Ed, the almighty Raisin has sent me to help you. So listen up. If you're ever to find that one-legged Munch, you've got to learn how to get around. Starting with this cave right here, right now. See ya.
Yep. Alright. To jump, you press X, obviously. Abe jumps pretty high in this game compared to the last two. Yeah, slopes, you slide down slopes. Obviously. So it's, like I said, it takes a while to get used to the new format. But it still retains a few, like, mechanics and elements from the previous Oddworld games. They just had to be reworked to work in a 3D environment. One instance would just be how momentum. Abe needs to keep moving to get better jumps. He can't just stand. If you see Stand jumping, I barely move, but if I'm running and then I jump, I still get more momentum out of it. Oh, use the camera to look around. Stand here and just look around and see what you can find. Oh, okay, so I should say, even though... Oh, actually, yeah, real quick. I'm stuck in a pit. What do I do? Sometimes you find ladders and you can climb them. Much like before with the 2D games, you can try using the tippy toe to, like, center yourself, or to, like, yeah, position yourself very carefully, or if you need to walk carefully. Because I don't trust walking with Abe. I mean, it works, but I'd rather be more precise with... See? See? I'd rather be more precise with his tippy toe sneaking. Much like the games of old. Regrow spruce shrubs. If Abe is running low on spruce, chant by pressing L2 and R2 together next to a spruce bud, and it'll grow into a full-fledged spruce shrub. Abe can do this as many times as he wishes, so if you're ever running low, yeah. It's really handy. Alright, that should work. What's this say? The spruce lock. To progress to the big well, Abe must learn how to open spruce locks. The blue number shows how much spruce is needed. To open it, press square. If Abe... Oh, excuse me. Weird voice crack. Oh, man. If Abe needs more spruce, he can why do I keep saying regrow? He can regrow spruce shrubs by chanting. So, let's go ahead. Do that. And that's the end. Now we're out of the cave and in the spruce shrub forest, and I'm going to stop here once we load up. Oh yeah, and the game saves automatically, as you can see there. And because I'm playing the HD version, yeah. Ooh, look at that. I spent more time just talking about everything else than showing gameplay. Sorry about that. Okay, before I stop, I can at least show off the pause menu. There's a lot, as you can see. Options, obviously. If you're ever in a situation where you just locked yourself out somehow, you're just in an unwinnable situation, you can always restart the level. Load game, save game, and by extension, quick save and quick load. Or quick load and quick save. You get it. The game speak, if you need a reminder. Quarma. I don't know if I should talk about this right now or not, but I think I'll save it for later. Let the spruce shrubs guide you. It's easy to get lost in the wilderness. Luckily for Abe, the almighty Raisin has provided a trail of spruce shrubs through this area. Follow the shrubs, and you'll never get lost. Game speak. To get the attention of easily distracted Mudokons, Abe's got to speak up. Hold L2 and triangle to get this Mudokon to follow. To leave him behind, just hold L2 and square. I like how they're using images of the original Xbox release instead of redoing the images for the HD version. The chant circles. Chant circles remind lazy Mudokons that they need to practice their mystic meditations. To open this door, bring a Mudokon close to the circle and tell him to chant. So why don't we demonstrate that before we end it? Oh yeah, every time you hold the buttons, they'll show you the reminders here. So
How you doing?
Hey, it's Abe.
it no longer has to be a case of hello, follow me. Wait, does he? Oh no, Abe has 4 fingers. That's interesting because I thought he still had 3 fingers in this game. Oh well, I'll talk about that part later. All right, you help me out.
You help me out here?
Whatever.
Okay.
Hey, you managed to get out of the cave. Wow, so impressive. Okay, listen up. Find your lazy Modoc and friends and lead them to the entrance of the big well. Let the spruce shrubs be your guide and heed the wisdom of the story stones. Now get your blue button gear.
He said, let the shrubs be my guide. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to stop here now. So, that will do for this episode of Munch's Odyssey. Join me next time as the shaman explained, as we make our way to try and find the big well so we can find and rescue Munch, I guess. So, I hope you'll like this Let's Play of Munch's Odyssey. It's going to be quite the interesting thing, and also considering how with the recent release of Oddworld Soulstorm, it really does put a spin on things on the Oddworld series now, but I will explain to that as well in due time. So that is it, and I will see you guys next time.